Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, viewers are still unsure about whether Alan Loran is actually his brother Martin Loran or himself. Alan isn't behaving like himself, after all. Was it possible for Alan to have both a Martin personality and did? What has become of Tracy Abbott's ideal partner? Is Jack Abbott at the center of this, not the women? What Alan is up to with this kidnapping is still a mystery to fans. One must also question whether he has meddled in the Abbott mansion's renovation. Because Martin took over Alan's life the last time Ashley Abbott has did. Ashley's experiences led to her being admitted to an inpatient facility. Both Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman have now been abducted and subjected to a rigorous ordeal. Phyllis is going utterly crazy, but Sharon seems to be holding up fairly well. Billy Abbott is making an effort to assist her. Why were Sharon and Phyllis involved? Maybe it's about Jack instead. Is Alan and Victor Newman collaborating? Instead of Alan Laurent, is this Martin Loran? Let's say that Martin truly wants to harm Jack rather than the women. Jack is adamant that the Abbott home remain exactly as it was. Was there anything from Jack's early years that he had also blocked out? Maybe Martin had a problem with Jack's father, or perhaps Jack also experienced something. Could he have ever operated a business with Martin's father? The only potential issue with a commercial arrangement is that Lauren's father might have once made an investment in a poor deal with the Abbotts. Is it possible that the father of Loran passed away in the Abbott residence? Perhaps Jack's father took the Abbott house away from him because of some obligation, even if it had previously belonged to the Lorans. Is Jack Abbott's former spouse involved? Jack mistreated Patty Williams, his ex-wife. Is Patty returning to exact revenge on Jack and has Martin on her side? What if Alan and Martin are actually related to Patty and would stop at nothing to secure justice for her? Is Alan seeking retribution for Jack's treatment of Patty after all these years? Given that Victor can't stand Jack and wants him to pay for nearly injuring Nikki, could Patty be helping him get revenge? In actuality, Jack only assisted Nikki. Victor wouldn't have even noticed if Nikki had been drinking herself to death. Is Victor orchestrating this situation to hold Jack accountable for defending his wife? A reporter called Tucker in his apartment at the athletic club and told him they were looking into Audra Charles's role in the controversy. Someone had been spreading false information, he informed the reporter. He inquired as to if all they had was the fact that each paper had had a name removed. According to him, he fully accepted responsibility for his error in judgment and promised that it would never occur again. He hung up. Ashley questioned Audra at Society about Tucker's deceit over the events in Paris. According to Audra, Tucker was devastated, angry at the world, and determined to destroy when he returned from Paris. I wanted to know why Tucker was lying about Paris, Ashley said. I know Audra saw Tucker without his mask, she claimed. Is that Ashley's territory? Audra inquired. Audra likely knew him better than anyone, but Ashley believed it should be. Audra informed Ashley that Tucker was furious and thought he was the center of the universe. She claimed that although he engaged in a lot of power struggles, gaslighting was not one of them. Audra asserted that Ashley was overstating what had transpired in Paris, while Ashley implied that Tucker was attempting to reach a new low. Ashley denied it. Ashley was informed by Audra that she has known Tucker for a very long time. She claimed that although Tucker occasionally became angry and enraged, delivered scathing taunts, and had a death glare, she had never witnessed him act violently. Ashley acknowledged that Audra accepted Tucker's account of what happened. Tucker was lying when she claimed to have been there. According to Audra, Tucker had assumed Ashley had forgotten it. If Ashley didn't still feel something for Tucker, she wouldn't be that upset, Audra said. Ashley inquired as to why Audra was interested in Ashley's feelings for Tucker. I care about things that impact my life, Audra said, adding that Ashley had recently had a significant impact on her life due to Tucker's obsession with her. Ashley inquired about Audra's relationship with Tucker. It was classic love/hate, according to Audra. She claimed that although he was helpful and had helped her get out of several difficult circumstances, he could be a huge pain in her ass and ruin her life. She claimed that she had no idea which Tucker she would encounter every day. Ashley questioned Audra's decision to meet with her. Audra stated she wanted to check whether Tucker had a chance because she knew he wanted to be with Ashley. No, answered Ashley after Paris. After thanking Audra for the conversation, Ashley walked away. Sharon told Victor at the ranch that she wanted to confirm that he had gotten her invitation to her company's launch later that night. After the acquisition negotiations fell through, she claimed she wanted to thank him face-to-face for allowing her to keep Kirsten. They had to submit their apologies to attend the event because they had been distracted, Victor told her. Sharon surmised that it was related to that crazy woman from Oregon and all of her attempts to harm Victor's family. Sharon was instructed by Victor to make a successful launch. As he was about to do, he counseled her to confront any issues head-on. In the suite Lauren had reserved for her, Nikki awoke. When Nikki realized she wasn't in her own bed, she became alarmed. She inquired about the identity of the man seated at the table. He introduced himself as Nikki's sponsor, Seth. "Do you remember how you got there?" he said. "I'm still in a fog," she remarked. Seth asserted that talking would help and that water and time would clear the fog. Although Nikki claimed to recall that Lauren had assisted her in obtaining the apartment, this did not clarify Seth's presence. Nikki gave Lauren his number, according to Seth. He claimed that after Lauren stayed with Nikki until daybreak, he took over. Nikki acknowledged that Lauren had been a stumbling drunk when she ran into her in the lobby. Seth thought Lauren was a great friend and gave her a lot of praise. Nikki expressed her gratitude to Seth for supporting her. He reminded her that he was her sponsor and that he was available to help her with any issues. Knowing what was ahead, Nikki informed Seth she didn't think she could pull it off. "I was there to remind her that she could," Seth said. A knock on the door was heard. Victor was standing there when Seth opened the door after telling her he had gotten her a hangover breakfast. Seth went out. Nikki was informed by Victor that Lauren had called. Nikki sobbed that she had no idea what was happening to her as he held her. Victor claimed that Jordan had undone all of Nikki's efforts. Victor assured her that they would overcome it together if she started over. Nikki reciprocated Victor's declaration that he loved her. Victoria, Cole, and Claire were in the prison visitation room in Oregon. Victoria reassured Claire that Jordan's delay was due to security checks being made to make sure Claire was safe. Claire said she was going to get sick and acknowledged that she was scared. Claire was led to the bathroom by the guard. Victoria questioned Cole about if they had erred. Cole claimed that because Jordan was erratic and cruel, they were both concerned. According to him, the therapist approved Claire's visit because she thought it was a positive beginning to her recovery. Victoria expressed her curiosity about Claire's reaction to seeing Jordan. Cole promised to support Claire through anything she was going through, and if they were unable to do so, they would ensure that someone else did. Claire apologized when she got back. Victoria and Cole informed Claire that since Jordan had lost control of everything, he could no longer harm her. Cole claimed she could cancel the meeting because Claire had called it. Victoria said that Claire made the decision and that they could just go home instead of having the meeting. Victoria stated that Claire didn't need to prove anything to anyone, therefore it was okay if simply being present was sufficient to shut Jordan out. Claire claimed that she had to take care of herself since leaving would indicate that Jordan had gained control of her mind and was still in control, which infuriated and sickened her. Jordan was on her way, the guard said as he entered. Claire claimed she had to do it alone, even though Victoria volunteered for one of them to stay. Cole said it might get worse if one of them stayed. If Claire needed anything, Cole and Victoria would be down the hall. Victoria asserted that Claire was in charge and that she could call off the meeting at any time. Cole and she went out. When Jordan came in, Claire made an effort to calm herself. Jordan inquired as to whether Claire had missed her. Jordan claimed that although it was not allowed, she wanted to wrap her arms around Claire, keep her close, and never let her go. Jordan claimed that because she could no longer stand to see Nikki harm Claire, she was being treated like a criminal. Jordan was informed by Claire that Nikki had never harmed her. Jordan was accused of stealing her from the hospital. Jordan stated that she was paying the price for prioritizing Claire and that she had placed her life in danger to save her. Regarding the sacrifices she had made for Claire, she said she had no regrets. She claimed that because she loved Claire, she had saved her from that hospital. Jordan acknowledged that she felt awful since Claire had suffered as a result of Jordan's actions and words, and she had been cruel. Jordan admitted to Claire that although their lives had not been simple, they had been content because they had each other. Claire was adamant that she didn't want to discuss the past. Jordan claimed that since she had done nothing wrong, she wasn't supposed to be in a place like that and didn't know how she would make it through that prison. Like they had done to Claire's grandmother, she said the Newmans were abusing their position of authority against her. She claimed that their animosities and retaliations were intense. Claire informed Jordan that the Newmans had been kind and helpful to her. According to Claire, Nikki saved her life when Jordan wanted to kill them when they were in the cabin. That was a lie, Jordan said. The Newmans, she claimed, were icy monsters who were attempting to turn Claire against her. According to Claire, those icy creatures were attempting to assist her and ensure her safety. Jordan inquired as to if they were protecting Claire from her. Jordan said she was being stalked and spied on by the Newmans. She claimed to be fully aware of how she and Claire could take advantage of that. Claire accused Jordan of taking advantage of others, just as Jordan had taken advantage of her and everyone else to achieve her goals. She claimed that after stealing people's trust, love, and hope, Jordan left them with nothing. Jordan refuted it. How could Claire say that? She questioned. Claire stated that she wouldn't allow Jordan to take advantage of her again because she had experienced it daily. Jordan said Claire was betrayed by the Newmans. She claimed that Claire had left her in the same manner as Claire had been left by the Newmans. Claire claimed that since she was the one leaving, the Newmans were unable to leave her. Claire said that the Newmans didn't want her to leave because they felt she belonged with them because she was their daughter when Jordan questioned whether they were buying her off. Claire asserted that Jordan had already stolen her fairy tale life and any hope of happiness when he asked if she would have one. She said that she had been taken from her family by Jordan. Claire claimed that the sorrowful expression in Jordan's eyes when she looked at her was unbearable. She claimed that because of Jordan, the Newmans were aware that she was too damaged to be the daughter they ought to have had. Jordan asserted that she had made Claire who she was and had saved her. Claire claimed that Jordan had made her incapable of loving, trusting, or feeling deserving of anything positive in life. Jordan yelled, "What the hell was Claire doing there?" Claire expressed her want to inform Jordan that the monster that plagued her dreams was indeed Jordan. Claire explained that Jordan's claim to love her hadn't been love since Jordan didn't understand what love was. According to Claire, she was aware that love wasn't deceiving someone and having them think horrible things all their lives. She claimed that she might have had a family and been content and good.